Morning, everyone. This is Paul Carl. Got another website review from someone on one of the Discord servers, startups or entrepreneurship. Not sure which one. So I'll drop both links in the description if anyone's interested. And yeah, this is for data sync. I guess let's see, why should I use data sync? Cool. So this looks like it's a tool for like managing social media accounts, and it's kind of interesting because I don't think I've seen a tool before that lets you create new accounts from within them. I don't think I've ever seen any of these tools allow you to update account data like in bulk. So those are pretty cool features. These are kind of standard. I'm not sure if I would use "Why should I use data sync" as a headline. I think maybe something like "Have too many accounts to manage." This could be a better headline, and then swap these and be like, "Here's why you should use data sync." That way, you get a little bit of an idea of what the app is right at a glance. Let me see. Is this blue box? Okay, that's cool how this shows you what page you're on. I think what I would do is like maybe bold the active page and take this blue box idea and put it on register, because you want. Oh, what's going on here? Okay, so register takes me straight to a checkout. Oh, that was a little unexpected. um, but yeah, I would maybe make register stand out a little bit more, like maybe with an orange box to be in contrast to all these blues. So that way you can draw attention straight up to register, and maybe use like a sticky header so it's following people around. Let's see. This logo looks a little blurry. It might not be. Let's see what the image looks like. Yeah, the edges seem slightly blurred on the logo. Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of empty space above and below it. I think it would be a little bit bigger and nicer if that empty space was taken away, and maybe use like a different version of this logo where the lines are nice and crisp, kind of like how like the lines of these images are nice and crisp. Everything's really crisp, but then you get kind of this little slight blur on the logo. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit of a cold or something, so I have a lot of cuts to make, cutting out coughs and sneezes. So sorry if this comes out a little choppy. All right. I would maybe make these first 2 days are free. Make that a little bit more prominent, like free trial. I think showing some screenshots too would be helpful. And maybe make this a bulleted list rather than these dashes. Let's check out some features. Yeah, this is kind of weird that you have to like click to see all the features. Um, you kind of bury all the selling points and make them hard to find. So let's see how many clicks I'd have to get to see that, learn about that feature. So I'd have to come here, um, click features. So that's one click and two clicks. So this is like two levels deep. Hmm. Oh, this is kind of cool. So it's not just like, it doesn't look like this is just for social media. It looks like you can also use this for your personal life, and for your like business too. Um, That's pretty cool. I think it might be worth showing all the accounts that they can manage on the homepage, or maybe have like an integrations tab up here, kind of like how if this then that. I think they do the same thing. All right, they're not a good example. What's the other one? Zapier. Zapier. I don't know how you say it. Yeah, like they have the apps here. There's, I think FreshBooks uses integrations, which I really liked. If you had integrations up here, so you could show what accounts are managed, that would probably be helpful for people. All right, let's go back. I almost feel like, let's see. Um, this could probably be trashed. This headline could be trashed. Um, and then this could probably be reworded. And you could make this shorter and drop it right on the homepage, and then have maybe where you scroll down, you have like um, this high level explainer. But then as they scroll down, you give like a highlight of the features. So like maybe you don't necessarily trash the whole thing. Like you could have a read more button bring you to this page, but maybe take like an abbreviated part of this, just the most important key features, and put that on the homepage somewhere. So as they're scrolling down, you can continue to sell them and educate them more on the product without them having to go digging and searching for it. Um, let's look at some other features. That's pretty cool. I'm not too sure. Like, so um, let's say like I changed my Instagram username or something. Does this mean that if I have my YouTube descriptions all have the old username URL in it, would this go back and change all that? Because if that's what this does, that's really cool. I think this is a little bit vague as to what it's actually doing. I think maybe a specific example, or a set of specific examples could make this feature more clear. Um, this is awesome. This would be super convenient. Like, so when I'm setting up lead generation sites, I manually go and create all these other accounts. So if I could do that from one interface, that would be really useful. Let's see. This is really cool that you're trying to solicit feedback from your existing customers. The site is super fast too. Like I really like how fast it is. I'm kind of curious. I think what I would do, since you told me that ahead of time that you have about 1,000 users so far, I would maybe do a little survey with them to see what they care about the most. Maybe give them an incentive, like one random person, or if you fill out the survey, you get a free month, or I don't know, whatever incentive you can add for your users that makes sense for your business, like financially. Um, Give them some kind of incentive to, oh yeah, look at that, 550 milliseconds. Beautiful. I think this is the fastest site I've reviewed so far. But yeah, I would figure out what the most important feature is, or what the most important benefit is, and maybe try to create like a hero banner that highlights what your customers tell you that they love, and then have the sign up for free trial call to action. And maybe before you send them, go away. Maybe before you send them straight to that Stripe page, maybe have a page kind of laying out what's going to happen, so that when they do hit a button that says maybe pay with Stripe, they're not just taken to another site and confused, because this kind of threw me off a little bit. Oh yeah, and you can't get back. So like if you're like not completely sold and you just wanted to see like what it costs or what it looked like or whatever, it's kind of a pain to get back where you were. So I'm working on like redoing my own site because it's complete garbage if you've looked at it. But this is kind of what I'm thinking about. I don't know the technical term for this, but if you had like maybe little icons with little blurbs on each of the features, I think that would be something really beneficial. So why should you use data sync? Have some copy on the best thing, have the call to action, and then go right into the features, and then have something similar to this where you have like what all the different features are to tell them. Maybe then try another call to action. Excuse me. Maybe then try another call to action after that, with something simple like this. And then I would also maybe highlight like the most popular, maybe the apps that your customers use the most, show like the top 5 to 10 or 6 to 10 or whatever, so you can do like a row of 3 or 2 rows of 3 or 2 rows of 5 or whatever looks nice, and say integrates with all these big apps, and maybe have another call to action for the free trial after that, and then drop in some testimonials. Those are always useful. Any kind of testimonials or case studies you can provide would be beneficial, because you kind of want the sales page to take them on a journey. This one isn't the best. This one's just like a basic template that I've messed with, but I have like my headlines, my little tagline, which isn't the best. I shouldn't use my tagline as a headline. But you have the splash page, some kind of call to action. There should be a call now button. This is just showing a different feature, some of the services, and then some testimonials, pricing, more features, call to action. There should really be more call to actions sprinkled through here. But essentially you want them to be able to scroll down and see like what you're all about, what everything is that you offer at like a high level, and add a little bit more information as they continue to scroll down, so you can try to get them incentivized to sign up. I'm gonna do like a blog post and a video on that, on like what the perfect homepage layout looks like, and yeah, I'll have to work on that, because this is a really common thing that I see, is a lot of homepages aren't oriented towards achieving the most important goal of the website. But yeah, that's my 2 cents. I really like how, oh, you should make the phone number a link too down here. But I really like how fast your site is. I like how clean it is. I think your illustrations are really cool. Your product seems awesome, and I think by only citing these few features, you really sell yourself short, because there's a lot of really cool features I found buried 2 pages away that I think would be good to put here, because my first impression is that you're just another social media management platform that has these 2 cool features tacked onto it. But really, it seems like you're a lot more than that, and that's not obvious here. And it also seems like you're a lot cheaper than some of these other social media platform management, like SaaS companies. But anyway, I hope this was useful for you. I hope it was helpful. It gave you some things to think about. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me again, or shoot me an email, or whatever you feel like. And if anybody else happens to be watching this, if you want me to do a review of your website, just leave a comment with your URL, or email me, or whatever you want. And yeah, have a good one. Best of luck.